Be blessed by the divine. Vethathiri Law of Universe Principle number 6. Mass. Mass is a collective concept, pregnant with a multitude of objective and subjective meanings. In simple terms, mass is the association of atoms. As we have already seen, there are two schools of thoughts regarding the concept of atom. Science defines an atom as a family of several particles, such as neutron, proton, and electron. The philosopher's concept of atom, however, is that of a fundamental basic energy particle which cannot further be disintegrated by any means. It is irreducible. Energy particle has been defined under principle number 2, life forces. Originally, the particle starts with the maximum possible speed of rotation, say for example 10 million cycles per second. We must keep firmly in mind that the particle is only the whirling motion of static state, covered and hidden by the dynamic motion around it. The static state, which exists all around every particle, is connected to the middle point of the particle. The continuous pressure of the static state causes the middle point to expand in volume. Consequently, the dynamic portion of the particle is reduced and the rotative speed of the particle progressively, appropriately reduces. At the time of its evolution, and by its original speed, the energy particle was free and strong enough to repel all other particles to a certain distance. Since the repulsive force was in full strength, there was no opportunity for the particles to come close to one another or to attract one another. Now let us consider a particle which over time may slow its rotative speed by 25%. Another particle is in a state of 50% reduction of its original speed. By the reduction of repulsive force due to the reduction of rotative speed and by the surrounding pressure of the static state, the distance between the two particles will reduce. Now beyond the two particles, there is static state, unlimited space. Between the two particles, there is limited space. By the surrounding pressure of static state, the faster particles comes around the slower particle or the heavier particle, while each one keeps its respective rotational speed. These two particles cannot go away from each other because of the pressure of static state beyond them. At the same time, they cannot draw closer because of their repulsive force. Thus, an atom of two particles, a small family, is formed. In time, the rotative speed of these two particles slows further. According to the opportunity of accommodation, one or two particles join the group. This is the genesis of the atom of science. The number of particles in an atom determines its atomic value. In any atom, the one at the center will be a neutron, the outer particle becomes electrons, and in between these two are the protons. In time, an electron may become a proton may become a neutron, just as a human being may become a child, then a father, then a grandfather. This is the way atoms form by association of atoms, whereas cells and all masses form by the association of molecules. Thus, the volume of a mass is conditioned by the number of particles, and the intensity of a mass is conditioned by the volume of space within the mass. Within the mass, according to the intensity of the magnetic wave and its physical transformation, pressure, sound, light, taste, and smell in all inanimate plus mind in animate life emerge. So, a multitude of reflections occur within, and this creates different characteristics in the masses. Now let us expand our minds and visualize the entire universe. It is just like a huge ball in shape, full of energy particles and their association as various types of masses. The entire circumference of this immense universe is surrounded by the absolute space or static state. Since the static state is a phenomenon of tremendous pressure, the whole universe is being pressed. And since the static state is all-penetrative, its pressure on the outer side of the universe also causes every single energy particle to receive the surrounding pressure. The middle point of each energy particle is connected to the static state or static force around the universe. Nothing is aloof or separate from anything. The middle point of every energy particle connects to the static state, force. Thus, one thing exists and functions in everything. Everything is one, and one is in everything. The integration and disintegration of masses and energy particles is conditioned only by the fluctuations in the rotative speeds of the particles. Whenever we think of unified force or unified theory, we should keep in mind this total perspective. More Vethathiri law of universe principles in the next set of videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be blessed by the divine.